I'm 47. I said, I can already see it. People are going to call me a cougar.
People are not going to tell you that you're a cougar. You're a tiger. Rar.
Yeah.
Sabi ko nga sa kanya, yeah, I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I'm looking for a wife.
The last thing on my prayer list was I asked the Lord for a virgin husband. And then later, a few weeks after we started dating, he said, I have a confession. I have to tell you something. I'm a virgin. And then I didn't answer. So I apologized and I said, I'm so sorry. Okay. So my mom didn't come to my wedding. And I was like, oh my God. Go po nito. I said, oh my God, can I give you a hug? Sabi ko sa kanya. I hugged. I said, thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
May spark. Napaganon ako. Sabi ko, parang, oh shoot. Sabi ko, bakit ko siya niyakap?
You had the pain of the past na saying na you had a broken past. And then for some people might say, I don't think I can have a second chance right now in life. In my life. What can you tell them right now?
Well, yeah.
Bago ang tagumpay, may kwentong di mo alam, pera at buhay. Ito ang tunay na usapan.
The views and opinions expressed by guests on Chink Positive are their own and do not necessarily represent those of the producers, hosts, or network. Chink Positive is for entertainment and informational purposes only, while guests may share insights on financial and business topics. This does not imply endorsement of any products or services. Viewers should perform with their own research.
Mga ka-Iponaryo, sa araw na ito, super excited ako because makakadaupang palad natin ang isang itong dalawang to. Number one, she's an actress, and host, and a chef who has touched countless of lives with her talent and authenticity. And then, syempre, yung next naman, he's a gifted singer, worship leader, and whose music inspires faith and hope. Together, they bring a unique blend of artistry, purpose. Kaya nga, please welcome no other than Miss Donita Rose and Felson Palad. Yay! Thank you. Yeah, nice to see you again and nice to meet you for the very first time.
It's funny because,
What?
you know, ipinagyayabang ko yung mga friends who've been there through thick and thin, like from the very beginning. Isa dyan si Chinkee, Tan, and Novian.
Ay, grabe.
And then yun pala, kilala ka niya, and ikaw ang isa sa mga parang guys that he looks up to when it comes to faith and finance.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, wag na nating patagalin. Tell us your love story.
Oh my gosh.
That's it.
Do you want to start?
Huh? No? Okay. So, 2022 is the year where we met. In January, that was post-COVID. And as you know, not many people know, my work in the States is, I sing every day. That's my profession. I'm a professional singer. I sing between 1 to 5 times a day. Sabi ko nga, kung paramihan ng concert, mukhang mas marami akong concert kay Tito Gary. For 9 years, I've been, I sing in different, 1 hour, 2 hours, even till 5 hours. But January 2022, hindi nag-close lahat sa Amerika.
Yeah.
So the retirement homes closed. There's no live singing, and I just trusted that God will provide for me. One day I was having my devotion in the book of Ruth, and the Lord speaks to me with His word. When you open the Bible, He really tells you and He guides you. Sabi nga sa Psalms, those who fear the Lord, He guides their steps.
Yeah.
And that's what happened. He said in my heart that I'm gonna get married 2022. That's how specific it was.
Wow.
In the book of Ruth. And my foster mom, my American mom, came out of the room and said, "Oh, what are you doing early in the morning?" I said, "I'm having a devotion and time with the Lord." And she said, "What did He tell you?" I said, "I'm gonna get married." And she said, "Oh, I'm excited." I thought that she's gonna make fun of me, but sabi niya, "I did. Let's fast for that."
Wow.
Lo and behold, after a few hours, Louie Reyes, the singer, kasi she's my vocal coach in the States, she called me and she said, "May trabaho ka ba ngayon? Because I'm looking for a volunteer to drive a missionary from the Philippines around to meet Filipino celebrities here in LA." And that was, Orpa Marasigan.
Ay, si Orpa. Yeah.
Yeah,
700
yan ang
club.
ano namin.
Yeah,
Yan
okay.
ang aming bridge.
Okay.
And after 3 weeks, I met Orpa. February 2022, at drive ko siya sa isang restaurant sa LA, sa Wilshire Road. And there's a restaurant there, Korean restaurant. And there, I met, the Christian celebrities like Pinky De Leon, Ruby Rodriguez, and and then siyang huling na-meet ko. February 2022.
I picked the location, but because I'm not from LA, I didn't know that this particular restaurant had several branches. So I went to the wrong branch.
Oh, no.
And then when I found out, I was like, where are you guys? I'm here now. I've been waiting. Wrong place pala. So I was like, okay, I have a decision to make. I've been fasting the whole day. I'm starving to death. I'm tired. Should I just go home? I was like, I committed. Word of honor. I'll go pa rin.
How many hours drive from
It
that?
was, I think it was 45 minutes. I drove
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
And then when I got there, they were almost done eating. And sabi ni Ate Orpa, order ka na. So binigay yung menu. Sabi ko, wala nang order. Bigay niyo yung tira niyo. Sige. Kasi gutom na ako. And then, so he was putting stuff on.
Katabi niya ako. Sabi ko, sige.
Tapos talagang lamon ako kasi I was shaking na. And then, everybody was laughing and we took a group photo. May Japchae pang nahuhulog sa akin. So, nakitan siya doon.
That's what I love about Donita, off and on cam, the same. So, kung makulit siya, makulit talaga siya sa totoong buhay. And syempre ako, wala namang yung batang 90s kasi ako eh.
So you know her?
Of course! Syempre, crush na. Alam mo, Kuya Chinkee, yung nung high school ako, makakanood ka lang ng MTV kapag meron kang cable, di ba?
Oo naman.
O, nagnanakaw kami ng mga... Pasensya na po sa mga neighbors.
Nakikitap kayo?
Nakikitap kami dun sa cable. Kasi gusto namin mapanood, 4 o'clock yung yung time niya.
MTV.
Yung MTV.
Oh, yeah.
So, tatakbo na kami magkaka-classmate. Ito na si Donita! So, minsan ako yung aakit sa bubong, minsan isa yung... We take turns and of course, we have, nangungulekta kami ng mga magazines. This is before social media. Oh my gosh.
Amazing. So technically, you made the first move.
I did. Of course, nasabi ko, you know what, Donita, I write songs. I know that you are parang corporate chef siya nun eh. And I gave her my CDs.
Okay.
Pero hindi naman niya pinakinggan.
Hindi muna. Because people always give me their CDs or whatever, because thinking that because I'm from MTV that somehow I'm associated to the music industry.
Yeah.
If I like it, maybe they can get a connection. I'm not saying that was the case, but kind of like I get CDs often, so it's of course I'm in the States. I'm not in show business anymore. I'm not in the music industry, so it's like it's just there. And then, but he said, so I'm a gospel singer and this is one of my albums, I was like, oh, that's nice, ganyan. Tapos sabi niya, if your company needs a jingle, I can do it for free.
Wow.
Sabi ko, free ka mo? I'm actually working on a project right now. I said, are you serious about that? Sabi niya, yes. So he gave me his number. Monday, we scheduled that meeting with the team at Island Pacific Supermarkets. And the project that I was working on was Island Pacific Radio. So all 21 branches at the time, they would put it over the intercom na may music in the background, and then we want to play the jingle.
Yeah.
So we were thinking, and then he composed it.
Wow.
At the time he said free, but boss refused to not, he refused to pay him. He insisted on paying him. So that was a project. So while we were working on this project together, and then I do the top 20 countdown.
Oh, really?
That was my idea. Top 20 countdown of the top deals of the week. Top 20 deals of the week. So parang countdown style, MTV style.
Yeah.
And then we insert interviews and songs, Filipino artists, OPM, promoting Filipino artists. So
yeah, I know that brand. That's all about Island something.
Island Pacific.
Supermarkets. It's it's gone really full corporate now, but before it was fully owned by
a family. Yeah.
yung sina Krista and
Yeah.
Renee and family.
So, mind if I ask you, what's your first impression when you saw him?
But I wasn't thinking
Driver.
anything romantic. But the funny thing is when Orpa asked, Ate Orpa said, anong prayer request? I said, oh, funnily, I did my devotions 3 weeks ago, and while I was on my knees, since andun na ako, sabi ko, Lord, hindi na ako ng husband. There was an incident that happened na somebody from the audience, he actually crashed the concert, didn't pay. He was a homeless guy, he was on drugs. When he came around the third time, because he encircled them twice, the third time parang he was gonna
Charge na.
go in for the kill. And this guy was like, I don't know if this guy has a knife or whatever. He
Headlocks.
him. But before he could headlock him, he elbowed him in the throat, so he got winded. But he got up immediately and then pulled him off stage, tackled him to the ground, and I was like, oh my God, guwapo nito. Oh my God, can I give you a hug? Sabi ko sa kanya. Wala, syempre, I hugged, I said, thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
May spark. Napag ganun ako, sabi ko, parang, oh shoot. Tapos meron akong prayer list naman before. Kasi that time when I was doing my devotions, parang umiyak ako, but this time it was like tears of joy. Yung parang yung kilig moments with the Lord. Tapos sabi ko, oh, that was a different devotion today na hindi na ako naawa sa sarili ko. And then I felt like I was whole again. So since I'm whole again, Lord, siguro na pwede nang humingi ng husband. Total, wala nang pain and whatever. And then after that 3 weeks was when we met.
Alam mo guys, ito lang trivia lang to. I've been with Donita for the longest time. I saw her good moments and bad moments. And specifically during that time, if you can still recall, one of the bad moments was because of your heartbreak and everything, and for a long season that you are single and alone. And then you were asking and you were crying, and then you were telling, Lord, dito ka pa sa Pinas eh. Will I have another chance? Will I have a second chance?
Yeah.
And you were complaining during that time.
Yeah.
Can you remember that season?
Of course. I have a head full of friends. I mean, si Rica Peralejo, Ikaw. And there were other things that I was talking to you about. One of the big issues first biggest issue that I had was you suggested at the time, because if financially I couldn't afford to pay the bills anymore, I was asking you how to fix my condo problem.
Yes.
And then you suggested that I do homeschooling.
Yeah.
And I had so many problems piled up at the time. I felt like I was drowning. So I also consulted Wallace, kasi best friend ko si Cheryl, diba? And I struggled with it. And I was crying, and then so I brought it up with Cheryl and Wallace, and then Wallace said, "Dee, normally that would be a good solution. I'm because he also has homeschool, diba?" He said, "However, in your particular case, I don't think at this point you can handle homeschool because you're still dealing with you're a single mom.
Yeah, your state of mind.
Trying to figure out, like, financially, I wasn't okay." So that was my priority at the moment. You wouldn't be able to handle JP with school. So he said, what he offered me was, D, yung tuition ng anak mo, don't worry about that right now. Just enroll him. I got you for now. And then when and if you're ready to pay. So that took a big load off of me. But that was one of the biggest struggles that I had in terms of decision making with my finances.
Wow.
So, but yeah, and then it worked out, and then later I was able to get jobs and pay off that.
Yeah. So the next question.
But can I just add to that?
Sige, go ahead.
You know, I have to be careful about what I say because I don't want to cry anymore. Pero you know, they say it takes a village to raise a family.
Yeah.
And Chinkee, I just, you know, you already know this. I thank you so much for being part of that village. Because those handful of friends of mine you were one of my go-tos that saw the tears and the struggles, and to be able to show you where I'm at today, I in some ways is in part because of your guidance and love and care and support. So, and even financially, because I had to sell all my belongings to leave to go to the States because I had a lot of debt. Chinkee said, show me your things. No, let Novi pick what she wants.
Yeah, namakyaw kami.
Oh, yeah. So, may mga moments na umiyak talaga ako na, Lord, thank you for people like Chinkee and Novi that are willing to even buy stuff they don't really need from me just to help support me. So, thank you.
Yeah,
Again, I can't thank you enough.
Yeah, that's the real...
I'm so proud of myself. I didn't cry. Woo! But it's heavy on my chest though. Like it was.
I
those were
need
hard
my
times.
time to share about my testimony regarding the teachings that you give to people. No, I just also wanted to have a moment later of, a personal testimony. We don't know each other personally, but I first found you about when I read your book. Ano ko yun eh, nag-aaral ako, nagtuturo ako sa Lasal. And our family was actually also going through financial struggles. But it really helps to know that there are people who would coach you. Anong gagawin mo? Minsan pag nandun ka na, actually, yung bahay namin sa Cavite, papaalisin na kami nun eh.
Wow.
But then, my mom and my sisters, I spoke to them and I said, we need to strategize. And actually, yung kapatid ko ngayon, tinuruan ko yan na mag-sobre-sobre.
Oh.
Natatandaan mo?
Yeah. That's the envelope system.
The envelope system. And up until now, how many, all my pamangkins, my sisters, they were able to do that envelope system. At doon kami natuto. And even until now na kami mag-asawa, we're not using envelopes now.
Siyempre, digital na eh.
We're not using envelopes now. But, I make it to a point because between the two of us, I do the finances.
Wow.
So...
I can't do finances. My control is not as great as his, but go ahead.
Yeah. So I also learned about stocks.
Okay.
And of course, saving for the future.
Yeah.
And pareho kaming artist eh. Like what you said off cam, we are only as good as when you still have the talent and the energy.
Yes.
We realize that after 10 years or 15, we're not our voices, our looks won't be the same. And we need to prepare for that. So, long term, yung mga natutunan ko sa libro at syempre sa mga vlogs na pinapanood ko.
Thank you so much, Felson. So, right now, kailan nyo nalaman na, this is it? Di ba? From the time you heard from God, and from the time you met her, and then from the time God spoke to you also. Let me say, alam mo, this is really amazing. So, paano nyo, when did you know?
Babalik ako sa devotion ko. Kasi nung I prayed for a godly woman, like a person, katulad ni Ruth. Nung yung story kasi ni Ruth nawalan din siya ng asawa, pero hindi naman namatay. Namatay. Pero
siya.
yung sa
Hindi namatay.
baka magkamali tayo. No. But let's not go there. No. Yeah, joke lang po. But I was praying for a godly woman.
Yeah.
And from the time na pinakasalan ko si Donita and ngayon, she's a prayer warrior.
Yeah.
Prayer warrior tong babaeng to. And hindi ako nagkamali. You just, parang business lang. You just need to,
wow.
Lakasan mo loob mo, okay?
Well, so we were working together on this project. So it was like a week. And then, so now we're a little more comfortable with each other. And he says, are you going to Rufa May's concert? And I said, actually, I'm going because I'm going to get sound bites from all the artists for Island Pacific Radio. I told Peachy, Rufa May, can you just send it to me? Sabi niya, sis, di naman ako marunong magganyan. Punta ka na lang dito. Si Waki Kiray nandito. Sabi niya, papakuha tayo ng sa kanila. Punta ka na lang dito. So I asked boss, can I go? And then he's like, sure, you can, it's considered work. So you can go to this concert on work time. Yes, because they really count your hours there in the corporate world. So, and in the States. So he said, "Are you going to Peachy's concert?" I said, "Yeah." He said, would you like me to pick you up? And now I'm very careful, right, about guys, and he's the opposite sex. But for some reason, my guard was down because I know this guy is much younger and there's no romantic interest, and he's a brother in Christ. That was just my thing, like, oh, he's a brother in Christ.
But we've been talking over the phone for 3 weeks already.
So,
Yeah.
I don't have the timing right.
It's March, alam ko talaga, di ba? March 21, from March 22, February 22, we exchanged numbers and we've been talking over the phone. We started like 6 to 8, hanggang 6 to 10.
Ano ka?
Hanggang 6 to 4 a.m.
Ano ka? Wala ka pa bang hint?
Wala pa. Promise, wala pa. In fact, you know what's really funny about that story is that I started taking ashwagandha because I thought I was going through stress. Yung pala, tumitibok na yung puso ko.
Nagpapalpitate.
Nagpapalpitate ako pag hindi ako nagbibiro.
Ay,
I was
grabe.
like, why am I always like parang anxious, ganon. And there's another funny story, but it's too long. But so he takes me to this concert, and I'm relaxed because this is not a date. This is a brother in Christ. And then there was an incident that happened. Somebody from the audience, he actually crashed the concert, didn't pay. He was a homeless guy. He was on drugs.
Oh,
he was high.
6 plus.
Yeah. So he
Footer
rolls
na.
on stage, throws his water bottle down, and everybody screams. He gets up and he starts encircling the 3 hosts. So it's Rufa May in the Darna costume, Negi, and Waki Kerai. And so because they're doing a comedy skit,
there's no bodyguard.
there's no.
It so happened na
security was off.
break yung security. Tapos 2 babae lang yung nasa magkabilang dulo. Ako lang yung lalaki sa likod. Sabi ko, naku, ako na to talaga. Sabi ko, Lord, my last day.
Yeah.
But that was my thinking then. Tapos
So he was about to attack Rufa May. When he came around the 3rd time, because he encircled them twice, the 3rd time, parang he was gonna go in for the kill. And this guy was like, I don't know if this guy has a knife or whatever. He
Headlocks.
him, but before he could headlock him, he kneed him elbowed him in the throat, so he got winded. But he got up immediately and then pulled him off stage, tackled him to the ground. Audience members stood up like guys, and they ran on stage and they were gonna kick him. And he said, "Wag mo saktan," called security, so they held him down. Anyway, security came, brought him out, and I was like, "Oh my God, guwapo nito."
Sabi ko sa iyo, wala sa itsura yan eh. Alam ko naman po kinulang ako, pero
Mali ako dito ha. Sorry, I know, but I said, "Oh my God, can I give you a hug?" Sabi ko sa kanya. Wala, syempre, I hugged. I said, "Thank you for doing that."
Yeah.
May spark. Napag ganun ako, sabi ko, parang, oh shoot. Sabi ko, bakit ko siya niyakap? But it was like,
yakap ate
ang landi ko, no? Sorry, hindi ko, wala sa isip ko yung landi nung una. And then, parang may spark, and I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. So after that, there was like, kind of like, there were hearts in my eyes na parang,
Wait, lagyan natin ng ano to sa editing.
And then, sabi ko, alam mo, para kang si FPJ, gumanon ako. Kasi naka-leather jacket na brown and he was wearing leather shoes. Siyempre, sa kanya, first date sa isip niya yun, but sa akin hindi. And then sabi niya, sa katunayan nga,
Ano?
Felson Palad Jr. ako. So we started laughing. And you know, he's very quick and funny. And for me, kasi, I mean, if you look at my history, my thing is, I like guys who are really funny.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're not handsome, mahal. What I'm saying is, I'm very attracted to guys who are hilarious, right?
it's the whole package.
So I'm laughing left and right. I feel super comfortable.
Wow.
Anyway, so we go to a dinner with this whole team, and everybody's like, "Pare, hero of the night ka."
And by the way, did someone capture that moment
Yes,
on video?
yes.
Funny paras actually.
Do you
Yeah.
have it?
I think so.
Yeah, can we have that
We'll,
also?
we'll do. We've never looked back.
So lagay natin sa ano, para real moment
Oh,
talaga.
it's too
So
funny.
going back, you went for dinner?
So
and
we
then-
went with dinner with everyone. Everyone's like, oh, pare, salamat ha, ganyan, hero of the night. Date, nagde-date ba kayo? Tapos doon ako na, ano, oh, hindi kami nagde-date. So we're laughing, we have a good night. He drives me home. Now, I think he only lives like 15 minutes away. I didn't realize he drove 2 hours just to pick me up and 2 hours to go home. He lives far.
Far. South.
Ay
So
guys, FYI, no? We're talking about 2 hours. Ang 2 hours, hindi po traffic yan. 2 hours through highway yan.
Yeah.
So
Sa
it's,
Amerika.
yeah, it's just like going to
Yeah.
to Pampanga or probably to Nueva Ecija.
Tama yan.
Yeah, that's
Grabe yun.
Oh.
That's a dedication. Kaya nga, I don't really understand. No, honestly, pardon my ignorance. Kaya sabi ko, they drive 1 hour, 2 hours. Sabi ko, nagre-reklamo sila, hindi sila makapag-meet. Sa atin kasi dito, di ba, traffic, mga 1 hour, 2 hours, pero malapit lang.
It's 19 miles away, but it takes 2 hours to get there, right? So it's
Yeah.
not far, technically, it's just long.
So after that,
So he says to me, I just want you to know that, I know your story. I read your story in the book, This Is My Story. And, I would want to marry somebody like you.
that was that night.
Yes.
Yeah. Ang bilis ko, di ba? Sabi ko nga sa kanya, yeah, I'm not looking for a girlfriend. I'm looking for a wife.
Oh, tip guys. Number 1, kung loveless ka, okay, create a scene. Okay?
Binayaran na talaga yun.
Create a scene, that's number 1. Number 2, alam mo, immediately, guys, alam mo, that's really man enough. You have to state your intention
Yes.
immediately. Kasi that's the challenge for women. Yeah, someone gets interested and then they don't state the intention, and the woman probably is just trying to guess. They don't know to assume.
Yeah.
It's so hard and difficult.
Yeah.
Uh,
So I'm glad you said that, because my initial reaction was like, oh shoot, is this guy a stalker? Did I make the wrong decision to be in the car with this guy alone?
And not only to hug him also.
I hugged him. Okay, sorry ha, pero walang mali siya nung una. And then after that, I went home, and so I said to him, sorry, I'm not into dating. Gumanon ako. And besides, how old are you?
I said T7.
What? What?
T7.
So, I'm assuming you mean 37.
Yeah.
I'm 47. I said, I can already see it. People are going to call me a cougar.
Oo.
And then,
And sabi ko, you know what they say, beauty is in the eye of the...
Behold them.
Oh, hindi, sabi ko tiger. Tiger, people are not going to tell you that you're a cougar. You're a tiger. Rar.
Yeah.
Sa tawa na siya.
Points na naman, pogi points na
Grabe.
naman to. Ang dami na niya.
Ano nangyari sa karta sa loob ng
Yeah, we're laughing.
Yeah.
And so he says, we start opening up about other things about our life, about, our
We
past.
became best friends.
Yeah.
Over the phone, we talked
And
about
mind
everything.
You, Chinks, ang mga best friends ko before, sanay din ako sa lalaking best friend.
I
na
know.
relation, like Mo Twister.
Yeah.
Because he knows.
Yeah.
Chinkee knows. I used to go to church every Sunday with Mo, and
Yeah.
there was never any malisha. So I'm comfortable being around guys na walang malisha. So I think what's really good about our relationship is, even though our development was fast, we became best friends. Like, we were so in sync in terms of...
Naalala ko na, we started doing devotions together.
Wow.
We started doing devotions
Oh,
together
yeah.
over the phone.
Yeah.
And, we would share. Oh, what?
Well, because, sorry, before you, don't forget what you're going to say. Because I said, I'm not into dating. And he's like, well, if you're uncomfortable, we don't have to date. But you're single, I'm single. Can we at least be friends? Can we hang out?
Wow.
And then he said, what if we go to the beach? When was the last time you had a break? I said, actually, I haven't had a break in forever. What if we go to the beach and we do devotions on the beach? Like,
Wow.
I could bring my guitar and we could do worship leaving there. I mean, I could play my guitar, and you bring a picnic food, and then we bring friends. So I was like, okay, I'm okay with that. because I want to have friends. I didn't have friends,
Mm.
and so that's when the devotions started. So
Yeah, we would be sharing our devotions over the phone. Minsan nakakaabot kami ng 4 o'clock. Talaga.
Grabe.
AM,
Siguro mga 3 services yun altogether. Pero ngayon, Kuya, we continued that from the time that we got married up until now.
Wow.
We
Yeah.
would do devotions every day.
I'm just
Galing.
realizing.
We're able to finish the Bible.
Oh, we've finished the Bible at least twice now. At
Yeah.
least once, but probably closer to 2.
Yeah.
Because we would watch YouTube preachings,
Yeah.
and it would be expository. So from Genesis all the way to Revelation.
Yeah, chapter by chapter.
And that's just in the morning. In the evening, we would
Iba pa.
watch another pastor. We just love the Word of God. And before kasi ang accusation sa akin ng iba, especially yung ex ko, is like, you're too Christian. And I didn't understand, like parang, how can I be too Christian? I'm not Christian enough. Parang, ang point niya is, kasi hindi, you know, I guess if you don't love the Word of God as much, it can be perceived as religious and hypocritical and whatever. It can be perceived that way. But I'm not doing this. We're not saying these things because we want to look good in front of people. I could care less what anybody thinks of me. At 50, do you think I really care what anybody thinks about me anymore? I don't. However, we want to use the because God has given us so many good things. It's like I won the lotto.
Yeah.
And I want to share it with everybody. Like, if you don't know the Lord yet, you don't know Christ in a personal way, you're missing out on the joy and on the freedom, on the goodness, on the, sabi sa Biblia, taste and see that the Lord is good.
Yeah.
Why is that Bible verse there if it's not true?
Yeah.
And so this is who we are. We're not sharing this to look good in front of people. In fact, in this day and age, it doesn't always we are not always perceived as a good thing when we're religious and hyper focused on the Word of God.
Yeah. You know, guys, it's very important, no, that you as a couple, na you have to find someone that you have something in common. Mahirap talaga na kung hindi kayo nagkakaisa, di ba?
Yeah.
In your belief, especially in faith, raising up your children, values. Diba? This is not again about religion. This is all about yung both of you really love the Word of God. That's the reason why para sa inyo hindi kayo hyper or hindi kayo OA.
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi you have something in common. And then one thing that really hit me, actually yung first point sinabi mo, when you were having the devotion, you feel that you are complete. You feel that you are fulfilled. Kasi nga ito guys, again, this is not a marriage encounter or anything. Kasi may mindset tayo, we were sold to the idea, di ba, that you complete me.
The other person completes. Oh, kasi sa movie yan, no?
Yeah, it's the Jerry Maguire thing, di ba? Pero one thing I've realized, I don't know if you will agree with this, one incomplete person plus another incomplete person, put them together, two incomplete
One half.
person. One lonely person plus another lonely person, put them together, two lonely persons in the world. And it's so hard for them to be found.
Totoo
And out
yan,
of these
totoo
people in
yan.
the world, I cannot believe that you are mine.
Parang kanta yun.
Diba? It should be one complete and
Yes.
fulfilled person. And not another complete and fulfilled person. Put them together.
Can I add on to
Yeah,
that?
go.
So, complete, he's complete. However, life happens, and we still have to deal with things like what we call bitter roots, things of the past that
Yeah.
need healing.
Yeah.
If I'm not whole, I cannot help him. I cannot guide him.
Mm.
So, the only time we will ever be perfect,
Yeah.
like complete, is when we meet him face to face,
Yep,
obviously,
agree.
right? Glorification. However, if we are both incomplete, and then we'll always be constantly trying to fix each other, and
Yeah.
we will get frustrated.
Yes.
So,
And not only that, I don't know, Felson, Donita, and you guys out there watching this. This is what I've realized in 26 years of marriage. If you come into a relationship to expect
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You'll be disappointed, frustrated. It's expectation versus reality. But if you come into a relationship to give,
Mm.
to share,
Mm.
that's one thing that my son, oh no, I mentioned him. Because he's in a relationship right now. And then he is asking, how come you and mama doesn't fight? And how come sometimes she's so unreasonable and you still give in?
Wow. Good job.
You know, guys, ito lang ha. One really mentor taught me really well. And, you know, it really stuck in my mind. Ang sinabi niya sa akin, it doesn't really matter how right you are as a man.
Totoo yan.
If ever you hurt your wife's feelings, you're already wrong. Okay, baka mabash ako dito sa sinabi ko ha. Okay, this is the one that told me, and I'm not saying that this comes from me, but I've been practicing that. I've been tolerant, ito lang, siguro confession time. Don't forget your thought, okay? Sa tanang buhay namin, sa 26 years of marriage, hindi mo mababilang sa daliri, sa 5 daliri na nag-sorry siya sa akin. It's always, well, kasi yun nga, because I made a commitment to love her, honor her, and to serve her. So as you were saying?
Yeah, I agree with you, and of course, kapag kami nagkakaroon ng argument, we learn to like give space to each other, and actually we treat our marriage na talagang hindi kami dalawa lang. Laging tatlo eh. The Lord is in the middle.
Yeah.
And we acknowledge kapag nagpe-pray kami, Lord, you are the husband of the both of us. And in that way, kapag nag-aaway kami o meron kaming argument, sinasabi ko lagi sa kanya, teka lang, bigyan mo lang ako ng time ha. Susumbong ka sa Lord.
Siyempre, sabi niya, kasi ayoko na parang mag-walk away.
Yeah.
So he doesn't walk away. He asks permission, can I go outside for an hour? Can I get an hour?
Yeah.
Kasi magsusumbong ako kay Lord. Ako din. Magsusumbong ako kay Lord.
Pag ganoon, ito yung sinasabi ko na pareho kami ni Kuya, in a way. Sabi ko, pagdating ko na sa bahay, sorry. Sorry, sabi ni Lord, mag-sorry ako.
In your 3 years, di ba? Almost 3 years of marriage, ilang beses na nag-sorry sa'yo to?
Hindi naman. Hindi naman to mahirap mag-sorry.
Because this is supposed to be funny, right? However, kung if there's one thing that I was really bad at before, it was not saying sorry so much. Ang weakness, ang pinaka, and I would say it's a big reason probably on my part kung bakit kami naghiwalay. Kasi I can look back now and I didn't say sorry much, and I was always stonewalling him, which is the opposite of what he was doing. He was always hurting me with his words, so it doesn't make it right. But because I learned from that, I say sorry almost as
Wow.
Yeah,
You're a changed person.
Because I used to ito pa, I used to complain a lot to my closest friends, katulad ng Chinkee. I used to dump my problems, right?
Yeah.
I don't really do that anymore. Because he is my best friend now. I don't see any reason for me to dump. It was a realization later, like, pag nagsusumbong ako kay Lord, I don't have time to make sumbong to my friends anymore.
Yeah. Yun eh.
At the same time, kasi alam mo, kung bakit ka nagsusumbong dati sa kaibigan mo.
Because I wasn't going to the Lord.
Yeah, number 1. And number 2, wala kang outlet. Number 3, felt that it's a safe space.
Yeah.
But right now, you realize the safe space is your relationship with God.
Yes.
Diba? That's the reason why you were able
Kaya
to pour out.
And also because I feel that even if we fight, he's still safe to me.
Yeah.
He said sa akin, I want to honor him for what he said, maglalabas ako, pero asahan mo, mahal, magsusumbong lang ako kay Lord. So, and I want you to know that when I come back, I'm still that safe space. So
Wow. Galing.
that's powerful to me. That's like,
Yeah.
I feel secure even when we're fighting.
Guys, ito lang na. This is really crucial. You as a couple right now,
Excited.
not only as a couple, but as a family, I pray that you will create a safe environment and safe space
Yes.
for your loved ones, your kids, your spouse, your husband, your wife, to be honest, to tell their mistakes, for them to be vulnerable. And I really appreciate that, guys. You have to fight for that. You know why? I can never forget my son. When he was around, I think 4 or 5 years old, when I came home, he confessed to me, and he was crying profusely and said, "Sorry." I mean, why? Don't be angry. And the more that I got medyo angry na kasi he was not telling me what happened? I broke your iPad. Okay. So, and then sabi ko, son,
True enough, when I sing in retirement homes, especially with people with dementia, memory loss, and
yes.
they would remember. When I sing in retirement homes, si Dee, she is my prayer warrior, and they would make it a special event na nandun yung mga family members because they would remember. For some reasons, they would remember and able to speak
Wow.
and sing with me.
Wow.
There was even one time, this lady was actually she's in wheelchair, and they didn't notice for 45 minutes she was dancing.
Kapatid, OFW ka ba at laging kapos ang pera padala? Well, sagot na kita. I'm gonna have a free webinar and then I'm gonna teach you on how you can earn extra kahit sa abroad ka, stop the pera padala concept only, and build peace of mind for your family. So if you're interested, type IGB right now sa comment section or just find the link. First 500 lang po ang makakapasok. See you there. I'm really proud of you. Shock siya. Why? Because you told me the truth. And that's okay. Diba? So parang ever since that time, it created a parang safe space. Kasi if I reprimanded and got angry, you know what will happen next time when he does something wrong? He will not come to me anymore.
Yeah.
And then, papagalitan na. Tago ko
Actually,
na lang
I
to.
remember the time that I went to my parents and told them that I had a crush on a boy, and I got in trouble. So after that, it was very vivid in my mind that time. Now I stopped going to my parents to tell them things.
Yeah.
So I guess in a sense, it kind of like carried over into marriage, my first marriage. Na pag may issues, I know I cannot talk to him because there's anger and like I didn't feel safe. That's not an excuse, but I'm just saying that I would go to friends.
Kaya guys, ito lang ha. Lahat tayo, okay, let's talk about this, right? Lahat tayo meron tayong issues from the past. How you were raised when you were young directly affects the way you view life today. It's two different people coming into a relationship. Kaya iba-ibang perspective.
That's true.
Kaya nga, if you don't get healed of your broken past, your broken hurts, your traumas when you were young, sad to say, you might bring it to your marriage.
Yeah, that's true.
Not just sad to say you might, you will.
Yeah, pag hindi ka buo.
Yeah. That's the reason why you need to get counseling, you need to get healed. You need to go to either your pastor, minister, priest, psychotherapist, diba? You just need to.
Would you agree, Kuya Chinkee, na meron pa ring tabu kasi dito sa Philippines na yung counseling?
Yeah.
Alam mo sa Amerika, just to be honest and black and white, this is my first time to share this with, the people. So I was a traumatized kid.
Yeah.
But then my American parents brought me to psychologist.
Yeah.
For 5 years, my first 5 years was my healing before I met Dee. And they prepared me. My American mom actually said, we're preparing you for your wife.
Wow, amazing.
Kasi namatay na yung yung dad ko, and my mom was here. Buhay pa siya nun. But they became really my spiritual family there in the States. But their first goal was for me to prepare, to be healed. And nung una, syempre kasi, alam mo dito sa Pilipinas, kapag may mental health, baliw ka na agad. Lahat baliw. Pero dun sa Amerika, the beauty of counseling, the beauty of spiritual, coaching, it prepares you talaga sa
Yeah.
lalo na sa mga kabataan ngayon dahil because of the social media and ang daming stimulant, sorry, na marami nang may mental health. It
Yeah.
should be normalized, and we need to prepare the next generation that, counseling, coaching them for the family.
In fact, I kind of laughed for a second there because I realized that even though we were whole
Yeah.
when we got together, there are still fragments
Yeah.
of stuff of the
May
past.
remnants pa rin yun.
So he would say, Mahal,
Mm.
I'm different. I'm not that person from your past.
Pag merong
galing.
merong kasing
Galing.
nagda-drive, share ko na.
Yes.
Tapos sabi niya, I think I missed the turn, or like I missed the exit.
Yeah.
Tapos na ano siya, parang
Na-stress.
oo, na-stress siya.
Oo.
Kasi hindi mo na ako nagsasalita.
Oo.
Sabi niya, kasi pinapagalitan mo ako. Sabi ko sa kanya, shh, I'm not the same person. I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry you felt that way.
Yeah, galing.
So,
That's his thing for me. He goes, shh. And then he rubs me.
Yeah. Kasi guys, again,
you hear the past.
trauma yan eh. Trauma talaga yan eh. Pag hindi na-heal. Kaya nga, always remember this. If you encounter in a relationship, someone really curse a lot, di ba? They say bad things or no. You know why? Hurting people hurt other people. Healed people heals other people. Kaya nga,
That's true.
if you're in a relationship right now, medyo toxic in relationship, medyo it may be verbal, emotional, or even physical. You just need to really talk to someone. Don't keep it to yourself. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
First the Lord and then counseling.
Yeah. Donita Felson right now, sabi nila, di ba, love and money, it's really difficult. And most of the time, conflict between a couple is about finance. How do you make it work as a couple?
Siyang may sagot dyan.
So I had a prayer list,
Mhm.
and it was that number one, it would be a godly man, somebody who really loves the Lord with all his heart, preferably a pastor or a worship leader. I said I want him to be single, no previous marriage or family or kids, but I want him to be close to his family. I want him to be tall. It doesn't have to be dark, but like Filipino, how Filipino is nice, so we can make that cultural connection. Has to be really funny. Hindi pwedeng hindi. That's
Grabe, parang lahat ng checklist mo nandun.
Well, I was.
Parang lista ng
I had the
utang.
same. Okay, I had the same list before my first marriage, but this one was way more specific. Because when you're older, you it's trial and error. You go, oh, hindi pala pwedeng funny lang. Has to be godly first.
Yeah.
Oh, hindi pala. So, gusto ko gentleman. I want somebody who will tell me that I don't need to work anymore because
Yeah.
I'm exhausted.
Mhm.
That was in my heart. I mean, I've been the breadwinner ever since.
Yeah, ever
right?
since. Yeah.
I wanted the guy to tell me you don't have to do that anymore.
Mhm.
And that was in my heart. It's not a sin to ask. I'm not asking to be rich. I'm
Yeah.
just asking to be retired.
Yeah.
If I want it.
Yes.
I still want to work, but I want it to be optional for me.
I thought, just to give my kahit nung dati pa lang, men are called to provide.
Yeah.
And I really love her to just stay home, but I'm not controlling. If she wants to work,
Yeah.
she'll work, And minsan madalas to, dahil Donita Rose, no? Sanay siya sa, she's part of that elite. Syempre dito, mga best friends niya and sometimes she would ask me can we go here, or can you buy me this? And I am just honest with my wife. I would say that, I still say no, but I seldom say no. But I would say, can that wait?
Yeah.
And sometimes I would give her even a timeline. I think I learned that from you too. Na pag yung can that wait
Yeah.
or can I remember that
Exactly.
episode.
He also even says to me, "Mahal, you're asking for a lot right now. It puts a lot of pressure on me,
Yeah.
and it hurts me when I can't give you what you want.
Yes.
Can you
Wait
hold-
for it, yeah.
not just wait for it, but can you take a step back from, because you're in the last kunyari, in the last 1 hour, you actually asked me to do 4 things,
Mm.
and he's counting the dollar sign.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm
So
calculating.
Yeah, he's calculating, so he's overwhelmed, and then I apologize.
Yeah, yeah.
Naku, sorry man, di ko napansin. What I meant was, in the future, but it's like, for example, renovating the house.
Yeah.
This and that, And he starts calculating, and then he gets anxiety. So I love that he shares it with me.
Yeah.
Instead of exploding and getting mad,
Galing.
it's communication, you know?
Guys, kasi ano yung nature yan eh. Again, the nature of men and women. Women get to express all of their ideas all together, all at the same time, with different topics. Believe me, from fixing the house to travel. And para sa kanila normal yan. We as men naman, kasi ang mindset natin, we're really framed to hunt. We're really framed
Yes.
to fix things.
Yes.
So may tendency kami na mag-isip, oh no, we get overwhelmed naman. We really get overwhelmed. Kasi nga, we want to fix it. But I cannot. Yung parang weird nga eh. Ito yung minsan weird. Ako magagalit misis ko nito. Ganon din. May demand siyang ganon. Then ang next sabihin niya sa akin, you don't spend much time with us anymore. Sabi ko, you want this, but I cannot go out to work and provide.
Yes, yes.
Parang,
That's normal. That's normal.
That's why I give her
It's a
timeline eh.
I mean, we don't really believe in a full balance, but that's one of the reasons why I also didn't want to work, because being the breadwinner before, I was always away
Yeah.
a lot, and I think that also attributed to, not meeting the other person's needs. So and the last thing on my prayer list was, I asked the Lord for a virgin husband, because only because I didn't care whether the person was a virgin or not per se, but it was more of like, Lord, make this a confirmation, give me an impossible confirmation that this person is from you.
yeah.
And so and then later, a few weeks after we started dating, he said, I have a confession, I have to tell you something, I'm a virgin. And then I didn't answer.
Tapos sabi ko sa kanya, teka, break na ba tayo? Ito na ba yung last natin?
Grabe
So,
yun.
I'm still cracking jokes sa kanya. Tapos niya, hindi. Sabi ko, bakit? Kasi pinag-pray ko yun eh. Pero sabi ko sa kanya, kapal na mukha mo. Kung nag-pray ako ng virgin wife, edi hindi tayo nagkakilala.
Then parang, guys, ito lang, FYI. Ito lang, just like to put everything into perspective and balance. Lahat tayo meron tayong ideal wedding and marriage. Okay? It doesn't mean to say that you have a bad past. Diba? It doesn't mean to say that you won't have a second chance. The good thing is, God is gracious, God is merciful, God is a God of second chances. Kaya nga, on your end, you pray for that, and on your end, you stood holy and firm. And that's really strange and weird. Honestly, again, I don't want to say this anymore, pero baka mabash na naman tayo dito. Hindi kasi, when I saw people getting married in our church during that time, and then when the pastor said, you may now kiss the bride. And then, I hear their testimony saying na that was really the first time.
Hindi.
Ito lang, that was the first time. That, the kiss happened.
Yeah, wait. You know what? I actually told him, I want our first kiss to be on our wedding day.
Yeah.
But that was my fault. I made a first move. But it was supposed to be funny, okay? It was COVID, height of COVID. We both got COVID at the same time. Well, because So I brought him to meet my mom because we were serious na. So I brought him to meet. Nagkataon na we had a trip to Vegas. It was the launch of a spa, and we were endorsers. So we went, and we were paid to do this event. And then I said, let's drop by to see my mom. Since we're on our way there, she can come and stay with us at the hotel. And I wanted to introduce my mom. And then, so we found out that they only booked one room, and it's supposed to be 2 rooms, right? So we panicked, and then my mom just said, you know what, it's okay, I'm here. Buti na lang that you put me-
Magkatabi sila ni Mami.
So you will stay on one bed. So I was here, my mom here, and then he's on the other bed. So I had to get ready. I had to do my makeup. So we arrived, fixed the situation, makeup. Naka-mask lahat eh. So kinis ko siya, parang ginanon ko siya with the masks on. Tapos sabi mo, pagkasal. So I was being funny. Bad. But then I laughed and I said, it doesn't count, nakamask ako. So, yeah, that's my fault. And then he kissed me after that. So,
Yeah. So, ito na, next naman tayo. First financial decision you made together.
Oh, so we live in wedding. Wedding is I said pinapili ko si Donita kung gusto niya ba ng magandang bahay o magandang kasal. Nowadays kasi, many young couples would opt to go to do
Yeah.
garbong
Wedding.
kasal. But I was very open of my finances. I do have ipon. I do have,
Wow.
I invest in stocks, like your advice. But I said, I don't want to touch my stocks. I do have savings. Ngayon, mamimili ka.
he actually showed me his balance.
Oh.
Sabi ko, you can use this for a nice place. After natin ikasal, maganda yung ano natin. Titira natin.
Yeah.
Or, maganda
Magandang
yung
wedding mo.
wedding mo. So sabi niya, yung magandang place.
Wow.
Syempre.
Smart.
Because so I had the grand wedding before, but I literally paid for it.
So sabi ko sa kanya,
Well, yeah,
you're not gonna pay for anything. I'll pay for anything. However, the wedding, 30 lang ang pwedeng pumunta.
So 10 from his side, 20 from my side. He
Wow.
said, hindi ka lalampas sa 20.
Yeah.
Nakausap ko yung family ko, lampas 20. And sabi ng mom ko, ay because I have a brother who's adopted. He's my first cousin, but he's adopted. Like he's my legal brother. His daughter said, Auntie, can I do your makeup for the wedding? So obviously, she used to be the flower girl in my first. She has to be the flower girl in the second. But pang 21 siya. So sabi niya, hindi na. Diba ang agreement namin 20 lang. So sabi hindi, one more na lang. And then after that, my mom came in and said, if you don't invite the whole family, I'm not going.
Oh no.
I have to be courageous because this is States, and my family wouldn't be able to come too because they're all from the Philippines. So, hindi naman ako, I'm not smiting her,
Yeah.
but I want to tell her in without the words that, hey, I'm marrying you. And I want to honor the Lord and honor, of course, the resources that He gave us.
Yeah.
We need to stick, and I have to put my foot down sa sitwasyon na to. And it turned to be good.
Paano nyo na-solve yan?
Well, because the first marriage, I feel bad because, kawawa naman din. Because I was paying for the marriage. I mean, for the
The wedding.
sorry,
Yeah.
not the marriage. I have this kind of, it goes without saying, I kind of had more say in what I wanted.
Yeah.
This time around, I was a little hurt, but I knew that I didn't want to make the same mistakes in my first,
Yeah.
now in my second. And it was a reminder for me, it's not about the wedding, it's about the marriage.
Yeah.
So I made a decision and I said, okay, nagets ko, it's causing anxiety because this is all you can, I have to set the tone for the rest of our marriage. I need to submit.
Yes, wow.
So I apologized and I said, I'm so sorry. Okay. So my mom didn't come to my wedding.
You won't believe what happens next. Type part 2 if you want more.
Sa mga husband dyan, no, people would always ask me, bakit hindi ka bumili ng mas magandang kotse or bahay? Sabi ko, well, look at my wife. Diyan ako nag-invest.
I've never been happier. Like, you don't need a lot of stuff. We're not rich. We're not rich. But he said to me, I want what you have.
Wow.
You're not rich, but you're living a rich life.